The Huawei Mate 80 series is shaping up to be one of the most exciting smartphone launches of the year. But there's already a twist in the story. Not every model will be getting Huawei's new cooling fan technology. That's right, if you were hoping for advanced thermal management in the standard Mate 80, you may need to look higher up the lineup. Let's break down what's going on, why this is happening, and what it could mean for buyers. So, the highlight of the Mate 80 series is Huawei's new cooling fan technology. This system is designed to keep the phone's temperature under control, especially when handling demanding tasks like gaming, multitasking, or recording high-resolution videos. By actively managing heat, the cooling fan helps the device run smoothly without throttling performance. But here's the catch. Reports suggest that only models running the new Kirin 9035G chipset will get this technology. That means the standard Mate 80 may not qualify. Instead, it's expected to use a previous generation processor, most likely the Kirin 9020, which won't fully support the cooling fan system. This difference in hardware could explain why Huawei is limiting the fan feature to higher-end models. If you followed Huawei's strategy over the past few years, this move shouldn't be too surprising. The company has often reserved its latest chips for Pro and Ultra models, while the base versions stick with slightly older processors. For example, we saw this with the Pura 70 series, the Mate 70, and even the Pura 80 lineup earlier this year. The pattern is clear. Huawei saves its most powerful features for the premium versions, while the entry models keep things a little simpler. Now, let's talk about why the Kirin 9030 matters here. According to early details, the 9030 has a refined architecture compared to the 9020. This design gives it better power efficiency, improved thermal management, and the ability to work with advanced hardware features like the cooling fan. Basically, the chip itself is strong enough to detect when the phone is heating up, and then push the fan to spin faster or adjust speed intelligently. The 9020, on the other hand, might not be capable of handling this integration. Skipping the cooling fan in the standard Mate 80 might sound like a downgrade, but there's some logic behind it. Adding active cooling requires extra components, careful energy balancing, and software optimization. If the base model's chipset can't fully support it, the feature might just add complexity without real benefits. In this sense, Huawei is ensuring that the cooling fan feels like a meaningful upgrade on the more powerful models, instead of a gimmick that doesn't perform well on the entry version. But the fan itself is not the only piece of innovation Huawei is preparing. Analysts say the Mate 80 series will feature a special 3-layered cooling system. This approach combines 3 things: chip energy efficiency optimization, software scheduling, and hardware cooling. Let's break that down. First, chip energy efficiency optimization means the processor will consume power more intelligently. Instead of constantly draining energy, it will adjust according to workload, which also reduces heat. Second, software scheduling plays a role by managing background tasks and system resources, so the phone doesn't overload itself unnecessarily. Finally, hardware cooling, including the new fan system, adds a physical way to push out heat and maintain performance stability. Together, these 3 layers create a smart balance between efficiency and raw power. The result should be a smoother experience for the user, especially in heavy use cases. For gamers, this means fewer frame drops and longer sustained performance. For everyday users, it means the phone stays cooler during long video calls, 4K recording, or extended browsing sessions. So where does this leave the standard Mate 80 buyer? While it may not include the cooling fan, it will likely still deliver solid performance with the Kirin 9020 processor. Huawei has proven that even its base models are capable phones, often with strong cameras, reliable software, and sleek designs. However, for people who want cutting-edge performance with maximum stability, the Mate 80 Pro or Mate 80 Ultra could be the better options. This strategy also creates clear separation within the lineup. The cooling fan and Kirin 9030 chip act as selling points for the premium models. while the base version remains a more affordable choice for users who don't necessarily need extreme power. In the bigger picture, Huawei is showing how much importance it's placing on thermal management and energy efficiency. With smartphones becoming more powerful every year, heat is a real challenge. By developing layered solutions that include both hardware and software, Huawei is trying to stay ahead in performance innovation. To sum it up, the Mate 80 series is bringing some exciting new cooling technology, but the standard model probably won't have it. Only the Kirin 9030 powered versions are expected to include the cooling fan system, supported by Huawei's 3-layered optimization approach. Whether this trade-off is worth it will depend on what you want from your next phone: affordability with capable performance, or premium features with the latest hardware. Either way, the Mate 80 series is shaping up to be one of Huawei's most interesting launches, and the cooling fan technology could become a key talking point in the smartphone market.